Hi, after a decade of helping e-commerce store owners improve their stores, I've decided it's finally time that I put some skin in the game. I've launched a brand new Shopify store of my own with my wife, and I'm going to document the whole journey here on YouTube so you can see just how I get on. Hello, my name's Adam. I'm the owner of Minster SEO, and I've been doing search engine optimization for about a decade now, mainly helping e-commerce stores grow their visibility, their traffic and their sales. And I decided it's high time that I got involved from the owner's side of things. In fact, there are three reasons I've decided to start my own Shopify store. One of them is exactly that. I want to understand what my clients are going through when they're trying to improve their business using SEO. But there are two other reasons. One of them is related to my business as an SEO, and that is to develop a case study to help you and other business owners understand the intricacies that I go through to make sure that my store is ranking well. So you can see what is working, and of course I suspect we'll find out together the things that don't work or don't move the needle as much as you might think. And then finally, the third reason is a personal one, and that is that my wife and I have wanted to work together for quite some years, and this gives us an ideal opportunity. So with the website that I'm building, she is going to run the social channels, and together, hoping we get some sales, we'll be fulfilling those sales with each other. So let's dive in. I am going to share with you today what's been done so far and what is still left to do. What I'm not going to share with you is the URL of the website. As you're about to see, it's still a work in progress, and so until it's live and running and there is actual product on there to buy, I shan't be sharing the URL, but I will be when it's live and running. So let's start with what I've done so far, and here's a look at the website, and I've blurred out any mention of the brand name, and this has come about because I've done some prep work. So the first thing I did was competitor research. I've looked at their top products, I've looked at their SEO, how they're ranking, how hard they are to compete against, and I've actually ordered products from them to see what their service is like, so I know what I should be expecting to deliver to my customers. And then branding, I've used ChatGPT, and me and my wife went through 60, 70, 80 brand names, came up with what we thought was an ideal one. An ideal because it is a brand name and not actually the name of the product, and that means that we can expand in the future. And then using that brand name, I've bought the domain and I've set up a Shopify store, and here you can see the outline of it, and you can see I'm going to be selling wildflower seeds, and I've also created the outline categories. They've got nothing in them at the moment. They are just, as it literally says, a placeholder. And I've mocked up a product page, but I'm not going to show you that just yet because it's full of branding. Our contact details are there, and I've even started a blog to get some authority in place and to get Google in particular to understand what the site is about. And you can see these are fairly simple blogs. They are AI based images, and I've used AI to help me write the blogs quickly, although I've then cast an eye over it to make sure it sounds more human. And then other things that have happened. So the social channels have all been set up, the email addresses have been set up, including all the protective stuff like SPF and DMARC, and maybe I'll go through that in a later video to show you what that is all about. Of course, I've connected it to Google Search Console and Google Analytics, and I'll share Search Console with you so you can see shortly that we are beginning to get a bit of recognition, even though the site has only been live for just over a week. And then some mundane stuff. I've set up a VoIP phone number. So it's a local, it looks like a local phone number, and it's a landline number, but when you dial it, it'll come through to my mobile. So I can use that for the Google business profile. I'm going to claim the business profile once I've built citations. So I've got a load of directory links being built at the moment, and once they're out there, I will claim the business profile. And then I've looked at the shopping side of things. So I've confirmed the supplier, they are ready to go, and I have set up Google Merchant Center. So hopefully my products will start appearing in Google Shopping, and ultimately I can do some advertising. So that's all of the setup for the site, but what is to come next? Well, it's the actual selling that's the important thing. I need packaging, I need labelling for the packaging, I need actual product, and I will get a couple of products live before the end of May so that I actually begin selling. Now, unfortunately, the peak season for this product, for the wildflower seeds, is just passing us by now, and that is unfortunate, but it means I've got a good deal of time to lay the groundwork, get some backlinks built, which is also something else that needs to happen, get some content on there, and refine packaging and what products I'm going to sell. And of course, I've got 1 or 2 social channels to pick to get going. Probably something very visual, so I'm probably looking at Instagram as the main one, possibly Facebook, but I'll dig into that and decide where to go from there. And then of course the main thing is to actually start selling some product, and I can't wait to share that with you and let you know how that's going. Now, before I go, let me share with you what's happening in Search Console. So here we see Search Console for the site. I've selected 3 months, but you can see it only got connected just over a week ago, May the 6th, and got our first impression on May the 8th, and then we had 2, and then 7, and then a couple of days ago on Monday we had 17 impressions and 1 click, our first organic click to the website. So I don't think I've ever been quite so excited to have that few impressions and that few clicks, but I genuinely am here. And we can already see what's starting to show up in the search results. So that's it. The case study is underway. I hope you will learn with me the wins and the, let's say, lessons rather than losses. If you do want to find out more, if you do want to stay tuned, please click the like and subscribe buttons. That would be incredibly useful. And if you would like to use my expertise to show you what you could improve in your e-commerce store to bring in more traffic and convert that traffic into more sales, then please visit my site using the link in the description, or as you can see, it is on screen now. That's it for this week. If you want to learn more about growing e-commerce stores, then this video is a fabulous option for you, and I'll be here again next week. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.